Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Making New York strip kebabs tonight for the holiday. And we went ahead and prepped everything. I didn't really feel, I guess, the need to cut up vegetables in front of you guys. Everybody's going to make their own, their kebabs their own way anyways. As you can see here, we actually do all meat kebabs and then like all veggie kebabs, and the reason for that being is because I want my meat to cook hotter than my vegetables, because my vegetables are going to cook fairly quickly, and I want to get a nice sear around all my New York strip pieces that I've been marinating actually in this stuff called Dakota Buckaroos, and it's made right here in Idaho, in Nampa actually, and it's got some liquid smoke in it. From what I can tell, some soy sauce, some soy powder, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and a bunch of other ingredients. But this is one of my favorite marinades to use for marinating beef, chicken, pork. I don't marinate a lot of pork typically. If I do, it's going to be a quick marinade and just like some soy sauce or whatnot. But that Dakota Buckaroos is excellent on beef, and I don't marinate all my beef. For kebabs, it will be just fine. But if I was gonna do like porterhouses or fillets or whatever, I just throw them in a cast iron pan, sear them, and then butter, thyme, rosemary, and some garlic cloves. I did add some chunky garlic paste into our marinade, our Dakota Buckaroos, to add some garlic flavor to it, obviously. And then, like I said, I didn't feel the need to show us cutting up vegetables. Everybody's gonna use their own ingredients, choose, whatever kind of, however they want to cut it, quarter it, half it, slice it, make medallions, whatever. My wife went ahead and sliced up an onion. It looks like it's been quartered. And then she made some wheels of squash, and then half those, and then half some portobello mushrooms, and then just basically cut into large chunks some jalapenos that are gonna go super good with steak. I love jalapenos. As you've seen in all my videos, I use jalapenos in just about everything that I use. But the steak's been marinating for about 24 hours in that Dakota Buckaroos, as well as the chunky garlic, and then we just I diced that up into large chunks as evenly as I could. Like I said, I want the steak bites to cook evenly and get a nice sear on all edges. The reason why I don't put vegetables, because like I mentioned, and as you can see, the vegetables are cut a lot smaller, and for good reason, but they're gonna cook a lot faster than what I want my steak, or I'm sorry, a lot faster than when I want my steak to be done. And like I said, I want a nice sear on each one of these edges as best as I can, and just sear that. So it's gonna actually probably be cooking a little bit hotter than the vegetables are. My charcoal's heating up right now and I'll be using my Weber Performer. Love that thing. As you guys have heard me talk about before, I absolutely love charcoal. I prefer that over gas. I do have a Traeger, I just don't use it as much. If I want to make like ribs really quick, I'll use that, but otherwise I have a 22.5-inch Weber Smoky Mountain that I do the majority of like my briskets, my pork butts, even ribs for like rib competitions and whatnot. Definitely prefer the taste of charcoal over gas and even Traeger pellets. But like I said, it's heating up right now, and I will get these on. What I'm gonna do to the vegetables, I know they look plain Jane. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of pan spray and spray those down, and then lightly sprinkle some seasonal salt on those. The steaks are going to be salty enough, not overly salty, which is why I don't worry about marinating them in Buckaroos for as long as I do. But I do want to season my vegetables just a little bit, and so like I said, I'm just going to spray them down with some pan spray so the seasonal has something to adhere to, and I'll do that when I get them on the grill. I know that sounds probably not very smart, but this is me. But I'll get these on in a second. All right, so my coals are perfect right now, and for those of you that are new to maybe cooking with charcoal, this is kind of what you're looking for. You want to make sure that the majority of your coals, if not all of them, are gray like this, and you can see the heat on the bottom of them glowing underneath, and so that's when you know that your coals are ready. Otherwise, you can get kind of a funky taste, and especially depending on like what type of coals you're using. I use Kingsford every time, all the time. I might buy some chunk or lump coal if I'm doing like carne asada or something like that, but for the most part I'm just using Kingsford. They're the best in my opinion. Vent on the bottom is wide open, and as you can see, everybody's out. It's actually kind of a shitty ass day, to be honest with you. It's windy, it's fucking cloudy, it was raining a little bit ago, but yeah, and my grill's dirty as shit, dude. I don't clean it, honestly. I might clean it like maybe once a year, and clearly I haven't cleaned it yet this year. But you know, this is our food, and you know, I encourage everybody to do things or make things or construct things, kind of like our shish kebabs, how I have the steak and the vegetables separate, to construct things however they want. I mean, you're cooking for you, and this is what I like to do. So I'm gonna get these on, and like I said, over here is our harder side. I'm gonna cook our vegetables on that side. I'm not saying that it's not hot, but it's just not as hot as the steak side. All right, so everything's on. Like I said before, what I'm gonna do is take some cooking spray and just carefully, I would not recommend doing this at home, but just spraying them, the vegetables, just a little bit. And as you can see, it's really pissing off the flames, which is awesome. And then just taking a little bit of seasonal, and I'm gonna make sure that very gently. I need to get a new grill, like the 26-inch. And the 22 just isn't big enough anymore. Perfect. So I have all those seasoned, and I'm gonna get to flipping here in a little bit. Like I said, the steaks are on definitely the hotter side of this, and I just want a good sear on them. Sweet. So as you can see, I've already flipped my steaks and turned some vegetables. All the vegetables have been sprayed down and seasoned, and yeah, we're just gonna play the game and let those steak bites sear. And I'm feeling I'm gonna be pulling off the vegetables here pretty quick. They're cooking up fast, as anticipated. So, all right. So as you can see, everything's cooking just about on time. Our steak bites are freaking looking amazing. And I'm just kind of turning them a little bit. And this is why I said why I keep our steak separate from our vegetables, because I really want those to get seared on all edges. You know, they might be a little bit overcooked, but honestly, that's the way that my wife likes it. And so I'm gonna give these another turn, and then, you know, honestly, these are probably gonna be good. So. All right, I'm gonna give that last one some time to cook. Something you probably didn't notice, I didn't sauce any of my steak bites or my vegetables. Honestly, my fucking wife hates barbecue sauce. Well, oh, let me back up. She likes my barbecue sauce when I make it, and honestly, I am just adding a bunch of shit to some already made barbecue. I'll show you that here in a little bit, but so I just have them seasoned, and like I said, we really want to taste like the flavor of the grilled vegetables and the steak, and hopefully the marinade hasn't overpowered the flavor of the beef. But give this guy one last stir or turn. Like I said, they cook up pretty quick. Sorry. So we're gonna get this off, and we'll dive in. You didn't really think that I was gonna let you guys go away without me making some fucking hot dogs, did you? Of course, my kids. All right, so this is the final product. As you can see, well, majority of it, all the steak bites got their nice sear and char on them, and our vegetables are cooked just about perfect. I'm gonna go inside and pull these off and start eating. Again, we didn't sauce them. My wife doesn't really fucking care for sauce, which is unfortunate, but you know, to each their own, I guess.